Hello, and thank you for watching the Mix Technique Photoshop video tutorial. Today I will show you how to run this Photoshop action on your Photoshop, how you will start with your image, and how you can customize your final design. First of all, you need to find the image you want to work with. Open your image in Photoshop. Keep in mind that your image is in RGB mode. If it's not, you can go to the menu Image, Mode, and click the RGB color. It would be good your image to be around 2000 pixels and more. You can set the resolution on 300 and keep the same width and height. If you increase the width and height of your image, keep in mind that you will lose some resolution on your image. So we click OK. Now when you open an image in Photoshop, you will find your layer as background and locked. In case that your layer is named otherwise, you can go to the menu Layer, New, Background from Layer, and we'll make your layer as background and locked. Now let me go back. Okay, you need to create a new layer and name it Mask with lowercase, and on this layer brush the area on your image that you want the action to affect. On this image I have brushed the football player. Now you need to load the action which you received with the download. If you don't have the action menu open, go to the menu window, click on the actions, and the action menu will pop up on your Photoshop. Now on the upper right corner, click the upper right corner, select load actions, and select the action you received with the download, and the action will pop up on your actions menu. If you open the folder of the action, you will see two actions inside it, the mix technique and the canvas texture. You will start with the mix technique. The next thing you need to do before you run the Photoshop action, you need to load the mix technique patterns. Just double click the file you received with the download, the path file, and now you are ready to run the mix technique Photoshop action. Just click play and leave the action do what it needs to do. In the meantime, you will see two pop-up windows where you need to place two textures for your design. I will show you what you need to do. This is the first message. Now click continue. Go to the textures folder you received with the action. Select a texture. This is the first one. Place it wherever you want. In the end, you can modify the texture, even replace the texture you added. Now let's continue. This is the second message. Now select another one. I will select this one. Okay, you can rotate it, transform it, whatever. Now let the action end, and I will show you how to modify your final design. Now this is the final design when the mix technique Photoshop action ends. Now I will show you what you can do to modify your design and make it even better than it is. I will close my channels, I don't need it. So this is all the layers after the action ends. Click Ctrl Alt or Option Command on the Mac keyboard here on this group, and it will close all the open groups, so you can have it arranged and see what each group has, so we can modify it. Let's begin. This is the overall adjustments group. If I close and open, you will see some small difference in these areas. So basically from these groups you will find these layers, so you can modify overall your design. You can increase your contrast. I will leave it as it was. You can change the hue on your design, or increase the saturation, or decrease your saturation and make it black and white. You have the overall vibrance layer, so you can increase the vibrance and make your colors on your design more vibrant. I will leave it as it was. Second group is the color options group, where you can find 10 color options to choose from. Third group is the color selection overall. In this group you will find 2 layers. Let me show you what are these layers. So it is some areas selected randomly, which reveals the original image colors with some effect. Let me go a bit closer. So it gives a sketch design of your image. So this is over all of your layers and designs. I mean over, it is the shadow patterns that are beneath, and this color selection overall gives your design your image color selection. You have the darken layer underneath, which I have made this one so it darkens your design. It's up to you if you want to use it or not, and it's up to you if you want to increase even more the darker areas. You have the outline shadow patterns. Now in this group you will find all these layers. You have the shadow pattern 2, the shadow pattern, which if I go closer you will see how this affects your design. You have the more outlines details, which is hidden, so you can brush on this layer mask and reveal more outlines on your design. You have the outlines layer, which is basically all the outlines on your design. Again, if you click Option or Alt click the outlines, you will see I have made these selections to keep certain areas on this image. On the shadow pattern layers, you can double click the pattern of the layer and you can modify even the patterns of this layer. You can scale it, increase or decrease, it's up to you, or you can even change the pattern, so it's up to you how you want to use it. You have the shadow layers. You will see that in this group I have 3 closed layers. I will show you what you can do with this. Now you have the shadow layer. On this layer you will see bigger lines to create more abstract design on your image. Again, you can modify the pattern. You have the coarse dot pattern, which is all these dots you're seeing in your design. And now you have the more shadow big lines, even more and stronger lines on your image. You can even reveal more of it on this layer by brushing it or erasing parts on the layer mask. The same goes on the layer that is underneath, the more shadows, but this one has small lines to create more darker areas on your shadows. And you have the add more shadow, which is this one, that is on the overlay blending mode. So you can increase or decrease the opacity of this layer, or you can change the blending mode of this layer. I will leave it on the overlay. Now let's go to the textures. On the textures is the textures you selected for your image. It's these two. You can change the color of each texture like this. I will leave it as it was. The good thing is that these textures are smart objects, so if you right click on the layer you can select replace contents and change the texture you have selected. So now I change it to this one. The same you can do on the big texture. So if you don't like the texture you have selected, you can change it or modify it right now. You can transform it, rotate it, whatever you want. You have the sketch lines layer group underneath. On this layer, on this group, you will see that are all these random lines on your image. Again, those layers are carrying a pattern overlay where you can scale it or decrease it or even change your pattern on these layers. You have the waved outline, which carries a smart filter, the wave. So if you double click on this one, you can change the wave so you can change the wave effect on this layer. I don't want it to be that big. You can make it as a triangle type or whatever, so it's up to you how you want to use it on your design. Let me just go back. I will leave it as it was. And now you have a closed group, the paint effect. So let me open it just to see what this group does. You have these black and white areas, these grayscale areas on your design. It is an abstract painting style. So I will open this group and you will see this layer. You have this soften paint effect. So this creates softer areas on your design. Again, you can increase or decrease the opacity of this layer. On this design I will close this one and let me go to the layers underneath. Those two layers are carrying a clipping mask exposure filter, so if I double click it I will increase the exposure on this one, so this will help my image to keep the more darker areas and leave more white areas. I will leave it somewhere there. And underneath of this group you will find a drop shadow. On this image the drop shadow doesn't help. I will show it to you on another image. Let me just open an app. So this is the image. I want to show you the drop shadow. So if I open it, you will see there is a drop shadow now under this layer. You can move it, increase or decrease the opacity of the layer. So this is what this layer does. If you have a person like this player, you can add a drop shadow on your image. Let me close this one. No. So let's go again here. These are some modifications I have shown you now. Let me go to the group color selections overall, and you have these two layers, the first one and the second one. Now we go to this layer, and now I will go to the mask of this layer, and I will paint in white and reveal these areas on this image. With the Alt key clicked, I will drag my mask on the upper layer and will replace it. You can select a color option to see which direction you will follow in your design. So open all the color options to see what you want to do on your design. I like this one. I will go on the textures group and will transform a bit this one, so I will have more splattered watercolor dots on my design. I will go again here and I will erase some areas from here. Again I will replace the mask, so I like this. Okay, now a nice thing you can do on your design, you can go on the outlines shadow patterns group and now go to the more outline details. Double click the layer and the layer styles menu will pop up. Select the color overlay, and on this style you can change the color of the outlines. I will choose the white color, click OK. Now I will increase the fill of this layer, and again I will brush on my mask to reveal more white outlines or my design. You can rearrange your layers, so it's up to you how your design wanna look. You can change your background color. Just keep in mind how you want your design to look, and keep in mind your textures to be seen on your design. I will leave this color because I like it. Now I have a lot of texture color on his face, so I will transform it a bit. I will take it somewhere I like it more. Play with the patterns you have and create the style on your image you like. I will erase this area, I don't like it. The good thing is every time you run the action, your design will have a different result. So with a few modifications we created this design. Hopefully you saw what each layer does on your design. Take your time and play with your layers and create awesome designs like this one with a few clicks. If you like my action, don't forget to rate it and leave your comments on the action page on Graphic River, and don't hesitate to contact me for any problems you might have with the Photoshop action.